Retirement. That's what we're all aiming at, right? But exactly what does that mean? It conjures up visions of endless days of golf, drinks with little umbrellas in them on a tropical beach, feet up, reading a book. Is that what it's all about? I don't think so. Life would get pretty dull after a while without anything meaningful to do, don't you think? I'm Jacquie and I'm on a mission to discover exactly what life is like beyond retirement. Join me while I chat with people who've already done it, who've retired to something rather than from something. Let's find out together exactly what's waiting for us when we say goodbye to that 9 to 5. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Beyond Retirement. I'm your host, Jacquie Doucette, and today I want to take some time to reflect on my recent conversation with Sairan Aqrawi. She's a civil engineer, a certified coach, and the founder of the Gem Thrive Academy. If you haven't listened to our conversation yet, I really encourage you to go back and check it out after this episode. It was full of practical wisdom, especially for women in midlife navigating what comes after a successful career or after years of putting everyone else first. One of the most powerful ideas from our conversation was this concept of the second act, that midlife isn't a crisis, but a priceless phase, a time when all the experiences and lessons you've gathered can actually come together and serve as a foundation for something new and deeply fulfilling. Sairan talked about how, for many women, life can feel like it hits a pause or even a mute button while we're busy with careers, raising kids, caring for loved ones. Passions and talents, the hidden gems, get buried, but they never disappear. So often, we internalize messages about age 50 or 60 being the starting line for winding down, for stepping back. But Sairan's approach reframes this time as the moment to step forward instead, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. You don't have to look far to see that many of us reach midlife feeling as if our best contributions are behind us. We've spent decades building careers, raising families, supporting our partners or our parents, and sacrificing our time for those we love. And yet, as we stand on the threshold of retirement, there's this sense of, now what? Maybe you've done the work, earned the paycheck, raised your kids, but now you find yourself looking ahead and wondering, is this all there is? If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not alone. It's normal to feel a bit lost or afraid of what's next. In fact, most of the women Sairan works with are just as afraid of failing or even of discovering they've missed out on something important for a long time. One of the standout ideas Sairan shared was the concept of the hidden gem. I loved how she described it, not as a talent we're born with, but often as something we enjoy so much that it feels central to who we are. Over the years, those gems can get buried under work, family, caregiving, the logistics of life. And by the time we hit 50, it's easy to think our most vibrant years are behind us. But here's the invitation, and I'll echo Sairan's wisdom here. Midlife is not a crisis, it's priceless. This is the time you finally have the experience and the perspective to pursue what actually lights you up. You've earned your wisdom, you've cultivated resilience, and you have so much more to offer. Question is, are you ready to see what's possible? Of course, not everyone hits a certain age and immediately knows what they want to do next. Sairan's advice on how to uncover what those gems might be really stuck with me. She said it can take some peeling of the onion, a process of going deeper, reflecting on those moments in life when you lose track of time, when your whole energy changes. Pay attention to what lights you up, what makes you feel alive. It could be something you loved as a child, something you did before life got busy, or even something you never saw as a talent at all, like painting, woodworking, writing, or volunteering. Sometimes it's something you haven't done since childhood or young adulthood. She described how the clue is often in the body language, the spark in your eyes, the joy you can't fake. It's a reminder that rediscovering yourself is a process, not an instant revelation. If you're not sure what your thing is, invite someone to listen as you talk about your life and see where your energy changes. Sometimes it takes a little outside perspective to reveal what's been inside you all along. And importantly, Sairan reminded us that not every gem has to become a business. One of my favorite takeaways was, just because you discover a hidden gem doesn't mean you have to turn it into a side hustle. If you love painting, for instance, you don't need to quit your job and be a starving artist. But don't keep your paintings hidden away in the basement either. Sometimes sharing art or stories, even just among friends or in a community, is enough. The real message is, don't hide it away. The world deserves to see your light, and more importantly, you deserve to express it. I also appreciated how Sairan talked about the fears that hold us back, especially the fear of failure. She's honest that starting something new later in life is not guaranteed to be smooth sailing. There will always be obstacles, doubts, even people who question why you're bothering. The question is, what do you want? Do you want to just settle in and let life happen? Or do you want to take an active role and see what you're capable of creating, even now? Some listeners might worry that embarking on a new phase sounds exhausting, like just picking up another job after you've already worked so hard. But Sairan reframes this as a rebirth, not another chore. The first half of life might have been about raising a family, building a career, paying the bills. The second half is a chance to truly pursue what makes you happy and fulfilled. She told me that she doesn't believe in just making vision boards. She calls them action boards. That kind of resonated with me. It's not enough to imagine a new life. You have to take real steps. In practice, Sairan's framework offers a practical approach using her engineering mindset. First seek clarity, then take action, and finally focus on consistency. It's like building a house. If the foundation isn't clear, nothing built on top is going to stand. Building on everything that Sairan and I discussed, I want to share a few more tips to help you make your retirement years your best chapter yet. Allow yourself time for reflection. Take time regularly to sit quietly and think, not about what you should do, but about what you want to do. Write it down. Don't worry yet about how or when or whether it makes sense to anybody else. Dream a little. Your dreams, big or small, deserve attention, without judgment. Sometimes these wants are buried deep beneath the shoulds, and they need a little coaxing to come out. Experiment and explore. Retirement is your permission to try new things. Sign up for a workshop, learn a new language, take a cooking class, volunteer outside your comfort zone. Exploration in midlife is not just for the young. Any age can be the right age to start something new. Start small and embrace being a beginner again. And if you find that an idea doesn't quite fit, that's okay too. Pivot. The process itself is where you'll rediscover what brings you joy. Build a supportive community. Finding others who are embracing change, learning, and discovering can make all the difference. Whether it's through a club, a course, or an online group, connecting with like-minded people keeps you motivated and accountable. Reframe your mindset about aging. Sairan emphasizes that 50, 60, and beyond are not the beginning of the end, but actually a new launch pad. Drop the narrative that it's too late or you're too old. Science and stories repeatedly show that creativity, openness, and contribution don't have expiration dates. As she says, it's never too late. You are right on the correct time. The only thing you shouldn't do is tell yourself you've missed the boat. Give back or mentor others. You've accumulated so much wisdom, whether through formal programs or informally supporting friends, family, or your community. Sharing your journey and insights can bring huge meaning to this phase of life. And finally, take care of your mind and your body. Stay active. Find movement you love. Prioritize nutritious food. And focus on mental health as well, perhaps with meditation, journaling, or simply getting outside. So, as I finish up this episode, I'd love for you to take Sairan's advice. Sit quietly with yourself and ask, what do I want for this next chapter? Not what should I want, but what genuinely excites me. Maybe it's launching something new. Maybe it's finally sharing your art or your stories with the world. Or maybe it's simply giving yourself permission to enjoy life without any new obligations. That's perfectly valid. You don't have to run a marathon or launch a business unless you want to. The key is to be honest with yourself and embrace your choice. Whatever it is, start now. You don't need to leap onto a TED stage or sell out your artwork overnight. You just need to start. Commit to taking just one small step towards your own fulfillment. Don't wait for the perfect moment that never comes. If you're on the brink of retirement or feeling hesitant about what might come next, take a deep breath. See it as your time to reclaim your uniqueness, rewrite your story in the way that makes sense for you. And if you want a chance to chat or explore coaching, you can always reach out to people like Sairan at the Gem Thrive Academy or connect with that community. Remember, life isn't waiting for us to be ready. The time is now. Don't see this transition as the end. See it as the beginning of your priceless phase, because your unique gifts, your gems, will make the world richer when you let them shine, even if it's only for yourself. Thanks so much for listening today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who might need some inspiration. And as always, keep chasing what's next. Until next time, here's to going beyond retirement and uncovering your gems.
And that's it for this episode of Beyond Retirement. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you ready to start rocking your retirement? Head on over to www.beyondretirement.ca/rocking it and sign up to plan out your own roadmap for retirement. Don't wait till it's too late.